Growing up here and being a Jamestown native, shellfish is super important to us. So is fish. Fish is there's a old saying that the blood of salmon runs through our veins, and I honestly believe that. It's super important to me and to my family. We've grown up fishing and hunting in this area, so protection of all natural resources is close to in here. My name is DeLorm, and I'm a water quality specialist for the Jamestown S'Klallam Tribe. One of our main goals, and it has been for a long time, is protection of the water quality in Dungeness Bay, the impacts to the Dungeness River and salmon, and protection and enhancement and restoration of the Dungeness River. One of the big things that we work on is measuring flow on the Dungeness to make sure that there's enough and adequate flow to support salmon. And those duties are the physical flow measurements that we do. We also work really closely with the irrigators of SWIM to make sure that enough water is being diverted to support crops and farming, as well as leave enough for salmon. Also, with the shellfish monitoring that we do, we want to make sure that the shellfish are safe, that they aren't full of bacteria that could harm us, and also biotoxins that could be out there in the bay, and just help keep everybody safe. Those are some of our common goals that we have with other agencies in the area, and so it's wonderful that we can build those partnerships between the Jamestown Tribe and other outside agencies like our S'Klallam County Environmental Health and the S'Klallam County Conservation District. We all work really well together, also with state agencies like Department of Ecology and EPA. When I first started working for the Jamestown Tribe, I was working as a maintenance person. I was the only woman on a full men team, and I did that for about a year, and then I just got really familiar with the natural resources staff, and I saw the type of work they were doing, and so I started taking classes at our local community college and eventually ended up working full-time for the Jamestown Tribe after I received my degree. So when I was hired full-time for the Jamestown Tribe, that was in 1999. And at that time, there was a big shellfish closure for fecal coliform pollution on Dungeness Bay. And so yesterday, where we were digging clams, that's completely connected to the type of work that I do. What I'm doing as a water quality specialist is trying to find areas that are polluted, that are impacting the bay, and ultimately the shellfish that we consume, and making sure that they're safe. And for tribal perspective, that was huge. Not only did we lose a business, but that's an important part of our diet to eat fresh seafood and shellfish. And that ended until a whole lot of work happened over 25 years. And we ultimately reopened Dungeness Bay for shellfish harvest to make it safe again. There's different stages of reopening a bay, and it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of water sampling, and it takes partnerships. And so that's one of the most rewarding things about working on that particular project, is getting to know the public and other agencies, and we all just came together and made it happen. So I said, I'm a Jamestown tribal citizen. My dad has a little bit of a different background. He's from actually 3 different tribes. So when I say I'm Jamestown S'Klallam tribal citizen, I'm also Makah and Quileute. Makah is from Neah Bay, and Quileute is Lapush. So I actually have 3 different tribes. And then my mom is non-Indian, and she has an interesting background too. So I come from a mixed family. It's great to visit different tribes and find out who I'm related to. It turns into a huge, huge family, which is very proud of all my culture. My favorite thing that I do with my job comes to me as a surprise, because this was not my favorite thing in the beginning, and it just goes to show growth. But meeting the public and working with the public has become a big detail in water quality. Some of the work we do requires you to access private property, and that comes with trust in the public. And I've really enjoyed working with the public and earning that trust. It's very important to the Jamestown tribe to just be out there and help folks and let them know that there's all kinds of help out there for different types of issues that might be on their land, and that we're there to help and hopefully guide them. And so that's what a lot of the work that I do in the water quality department. When I first started just hunting or fishing, anything, just not even work-wise, but finding clothes that fit, that perform well out in the field. When I first started doing a lot of outdoor work, especially hunting, you couldn't find clothes. You ended up buying like a boy's 14 pants because just to try and get them to fit right. You know, pockets are essential, zippers are essential, and you just end up sacrificing your own comfort and wearing clothes that don't fit. So it's great to find a women's line that suits all your needs while you're out there working or playing or whatever. I found it later, but there's a zip pocket on the back, and I thought that not have to worry when you're bending or doing something, and sometimes we're just literally kind of crawling on the ground and things can fall out of your pockets, and then so having a zipper on a pair of pants is pretty neat, other than the one that zips up in the front. A zipper pocket's pretty cool.